Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. How do you build speed without using shortcuts? That's a question I just saw on Facebook, and I just felt like answering it, like so many times before. So the first question I have for you, if you are in the same position and you want to build speed but you don't want to use shortcuts, is then why the heck wouldn't you want to use shortcuts? Right? We never think about it, but language is not a defined thing. So what is a shortcut? It depends on how you define it, right? If you define it like something you do that gives you faster results with less effort, then why the heck wouldn't you use it, right? But if you define it as something, I'm using shortcuts, so basically what that gives me in the long run is a technique full of flaws, and I'm not really having any precision, and I have to use my whole arm, so whenever I go from melodic playing to fast playing, I have to go to another gear, and if a shortcut is something bad in the end that gives you results in the short term, then it's just like, eating too much or whatever, right? Spending too much money, whatever, right? That's not good. So we have to define that. But I'm going to give you a shortcut, but as a strategy for how to achieve results faster. And it's very simple, but it contains two basic truths about learning how to play fast. Is that, and here we go, right? That you can build speed. You can become faster up to a certain point using just one single method, and that is to make 0 mistakes. Let's just say that it's not single note playing, but it's chords, right? You want to be able to play chords faster. Then what you do is you simply focus on accuracy and precision. You do not focus on speed. You don't try to do it faster, which is idiotic, right? Because what is it that you want to do faster? Right? You want to have almost a C chord faster than a clean C chord. You don't want to trade in quality for speed. Who wants to do that? Because then you can do something very fast that isn't really what you wanted, right? You can do, okay, I got the C and the G down. Yeah, isn't this cool? That's not fast. That's just crap faster, right? It's not the chords faster. So there is no shortcuts in that respect, right? Because what you really want is not to have an illusion going. You want to actually be able to go, right? That's what you want. So that is accuracy and precision with speed, right? And the speed comes once accuracy and precision is easy, of course. Because what is it? It's time, right? Time is what we want to reduce. So we want to be able to go for that string, for that position, for that exact spot on the neck faster, be more accurate faster. And the only way to do that is to become better at bam, hitting the right bam spot right away, right? And the only recipe towards that is to take something secluded, something small, like one chord, and then just practice it in an incessant, insane loop over and over again. You don't want to have 8 chords running. You want that one chord. Maybe you just want to go like this. Okay, see if I can, here we go. Yeah, and then you count the repetitions, you measure your progress, your repetitions, you say, how many thousands of repetitions can I put in during a day? That's practicing speed, but only to a certain level. Because at some point, the normal nervous system in the body simply does not recognize that it's necessary to go any faster. Like say this is the second part of the secret, and then we're going to shut up so you can start practicing. Let's say you're playing you want to learn to alternate pick very fast, so you practice a simple pattern of 3 notes on one string and then 3 notes on another. You know, because you're educated, that you don't want to practice all 6 strings at one time. You want to isolate the challenge and make it easy on yourself, so you go for something small. So you play the 8th, the 10th, and the 12th fret on the B string and the same frets on the high E string. But then at some point, you hit that upper ceiling of how fast you can play it with that method of just repeating and focusing on accuracy and precision. So you basically make no mistakes, and you just play this stuff thousands of times. And at some point, you're so good at it that you can talk to your friends, turn down your guitar, and start practicing playing 6 notes over and over again perfectly. Because you can do it perfectly with no focus, right? At a slow level of speed, and you just keep doing that. But at some point you reach that upper ceiling, and that ceiling is simply where the body cannot process each individual note anymore. I hope you're listening, you from Facebook, right? There's simply no, you can da ba da 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 da, and that line, that limit, is when you can't sing it anymore. It corresponds to your voice and saying ba da 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 ba da 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 da. When you get to that, there's no processing it with your voice. If you're not, Beyonce, that's another thing, right? But if you're a normal person, you can't sing it that fast. Right? It's not possible. And at that point, you need to group the notes, chunk the notes, and say, okay, I'm going to chunk these 6 notes under 1. So 6 notes become 1. And how do I do that? By playing the first note louder than the other 6. What happens now is if I do this 10,000 times, the brain starts linking those 6 notes to that one note that is and now we can start playing insanely fast because it becomes one thing. See, I'm playing very little there. My conscious mind cannot process 6 notes at that time, but it can process. That's what it does. It just pushes a button. Right? It's just. So what you do is you start using accents whenever you practice. Once you were using accents, you might want to have a metronome that clicks and click, 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 click. And then the final thing you do is that you push for speed, which doesn't mean practicing for speed. You push for speed by telling your brain what it is that you want. So you develop a very specific exercise that says ba da 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 da. You play half tempo, full tempo. No, do do ba da da ba da. Let me see if I can tap the floor here. And then you speed that up, because that creates like you can totally do the ba ba do da da da. Right? Because you push the brain into a zone where it has to speed up. It has to find a way. And at that moment when you push it, you go from half tempo to full tempo. And the half tempo, you see, this is what I want to play. And then you push to full tempo, which is on the edge of what you can do. But that tells the brain, hey, how do I do this? Well, you already have the tool, dear brain, because I showed you over and over again with the accent. You need to group the notes, right? So it pushes for the it tries to, right? And it tries to get back to 1. It naturally tries to get back to the accents. No, you have to, and it tries to make everything inside of that accent, from accent to accent, happen at the right speed. Right? And that's the magic. Now you push it. Now you have an intention about playing fast. You gave it the tools by first working it up to here, by working on your accuracy and precision. Then you start grouping the notes. I hope you did that from the beginning under an accent. So you can start having that reference point in the accent. And now you push for speed. You can't do that 8 hours a day or even 15 minutes. It's something you do at the end of your practice sessions. Do not strain your hands, your elbow. I did that, so it's over. And that didn't teach me to play fast. After the injury, I had to practice in the right way. And that's what taught me to play fast. So that's my answer. Hope I didn't take too much of your time. You could have been practicing. And I hope you did as I was talking. See you tomorrow in the next free video. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.